Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Ganana Tva Ganapatigam Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamashavastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashrinvanno Devisi Dasadanam Mahaganapataye Namaha. Prano Devi Saraswati Vajabharvajinivati Dhinam Vitriyavatu Vagdevyai Namaha. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Om Namah Pranavarthaya Shuddhajnanaikamurtaye Nirmalaya Prashantaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te Namaha. Jananim Saradam Devi Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Sritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Namah Shri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukaswarupaya Swamine Tapaharine Vairime Guru Bhipurvam Padavakya Pramanataha Vyakhyata Sarva Vedantaha Tanityam Pranatosmyaham Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badharayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasarupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahma Nidhaye Vasishtaya Namo Namaha. Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Dharmavan Yeva Jayate. This is the assertion of Vedic scriptures. Dharma cannot be violated at any cost due to Ajnanam, Purvajanma Vasana and Dushta Sangha. Human being now and then tries to violate Dharma. Veda says, at any cost, don't violate Dharma because Dharmavan Yeva Jayate. Violation is due to indoctrination. Indoctrination tries to change the scale of our understanding. Dharma as adharma, adharma as dharma. This Dushta Sangha, which is in the form of society and theological fundamentalism, makes us to compromise with the violation. Because violation brings guilt, anxiety, fear. This indoctrination tries to remove this guilt, anxiety, fear in our mind during violation. Therefore, a Viveki should know what is what actually. Violation leads to loss. Following dharma leads to success. Violating dharma leads to loss. So profit and loss account we should know. What type of loss? All types of loss. Loss in personal life, loss in social life, loss in life after death, and loss in spiritual life. In the last class, we saw Bhagavan Ramji argues with Japali Rishi about the loss in personal life. Nirmaryadaha Purushaha Papachara Samanvitaha Manam na labhate Satsu Binna Charitrya Darshanaha. That is the assertion of Bhagavan Ramji. Nirmaryadaha, one who violates. Maryada means dharma. One who violates dharma, a dharmic person, papachara samanvitaha, will do sinful actions, but he will not be bold enough to say, yes, this is what I did is right. He won't say, because he knows that it is not right. He knows that society also will not accept it. Therefore, binna charitrya darshana. So he pretends to be dharmic. But manam na labhate. He won't get self-respect, self-dignity, which happen to be the highest gain in human life. Even spiritual life he go for to gain this self-dignity only. Ordinary person tries to get self-dignity keeping his self as a khanda vastu, small entity, physical entity or emotional entity. But a Viveki gains self-dignity keeping the self as a spiritual entity. Understood? In both pursuits, self is there, but the meaning of the self differs. Worldly means assures to give dignity more and more. Worldly achievements assures to increase our self-dignity more and more. But a Viveki understands this is not going to fulfill me. Therefore, he tries to gain knowledge because of which his opinion about self changes. From khanda to akhanda, when it changes, so his self-dignity becomes infinite. Understand? So self-dignity is the highest achievement in human life. Some people go behind the worldly objects, worldly achievements, worldly enjoyments to gain that self-dignity. Rare people go behind spiritual knowledge to gain that actual self-dignity. Understood? So, the self-dignity will be at loss. When dharma is violated, self-dignity will be at loss. This is the loss in personal life. Binna charitrya darshanaha manam na labhate. He won't get respect from himself. The whole society may adore him, respect him, but heart of the heart he knows that he doesn't deserve that. Because his inner conscience, Sakshi Pratyaksham, gives a certificate. That certificate is a valid certificate, not the certificates given by Loka Pratyaksham and Indriya Pratyaksham. So, Bhagavan Rama says here, if at all you are interested in self-dignity. Who is not interested? All are interested. Even a child is interested. You call a child and give a slap, the child will react. So all are interested in self-dignity. So here Bhagavan Ramji says, if at all you are interested, try to get that certificate from Sakshi Pratyaksham. That is more valid. Self-certificate about the self-dignity. So a person who has gained knowledge might have earned less mark. Parent may scold him, out of 100 you have taken only 90. But if he has gained that self-certificate, he will not bother about parent certificate. Opposite way you think. This fellow gained marks by copying in the exam. Parents give garland. His own inside mind gives slap. So this conflict between oneself, jnata, karta, bhokta should not be there. Without conflict, a person living, that is beautiful life. How it will be? The joy you enjoy in samadhi, the joy you enjoy in nidra can be compared for that happiness. என்னன்னு சொல்ல முடியாது, ஆனா ஆனந்தமா இருப்பார். Without conflict. Then Bhagavan Ramji says, whether a person is an achiever or not, whether a person is powerful or not, whether a person is noble or not, what is the scale to measure him? He says, Charityameva vyakyate shuchim va yadi va shuchim kulinam akulinam va viram purushamaninam. Beautiful assertion it is. Charityameva vyakyati. Character alone determines. Since you cannot lie with yourself, your character alone determines that certificate. Understood? So you may able to lie to the entire world, but you cannot lie with yourself because it is Sakshi Pratyaksha. Nothing is in between. The Drishyam is there. Drishyam is Charitrya Rahitam. Drig is Jnata. What is Charityam? It knows. So it always tell you are Charitrya Rahitaha. Society may call him as man of character, but his mind will tell you are not so. So here Bhagavan says, whether a person is maninaha, amaninaha. Mani means dignified person, object of respect. Whether he is an object of respect or not, who will decide? His character alone decides. If at all society respects someone who doesn't have character, it does so because it thinks that the person is character. Society trusts that person that he has character. Therefore only society respects. When the society finds that fellow doesn't deserve this respect, in front of others, chappal is thrown. How many prime ministers and presidents got chappal, you know? In front of others. So, as a VIP, he may be keeping his chelas. The very idea of keeping chelas around him means what? He is insecure. He is insecure. Mother Sita ji says this. You keep all your chelas, but Rama, like a lion alone. Even when his brother wanted to accompany him, he told, nobody is required for me. In order to fulfill brother's desire of serving, Ramji allowed, not in order to secure himself. So he is Maninam Purushaha. Single-handedly he can handle 16,000 Rakshasas. Never allowed Lakshmana to fight on behalf of him. Correct? Because he knows, I have that power. Viramba Bhiruhuva. Whether I am powerful person or a person with fear. Baindanguli. Who knows? He knows. Alexander was considered as a very powerful person, but very fearful fellow he was. There was a rumor created by Chanakya that if Alexander crosses Sindhu Nadi, he will die. Alexander was fearful. So how to remove this fear? His assistant brings one priest. That priest happened to be Chanakya. Without knowing, this is the person who is the cause of all rumors. So the Chanakya was brought. Chanakya also, in order to save the nation from atrocities, he says, yes, I also heard that news. But if this is rumor, this can be overcome. I will do one yaga. And in that yaga, I will offer your 1 drop blood. Please give 1 drop blood. Telling like this, he brings one needle. But this fellow was not ready to give because he was afraid whether the needle has any poison or not. Bhiruhu. Viramba Bhiruhuva. Kulinahava Akulinahava. Kulina means nobility. A person who is born and brought up in noble family. How to know whether the person has nobility as he claims? There are some people who claim, I am Ghana particle, I am this and that. Vajapeyi. In that name, last name will be Vajapeyi. Vajapeyi means what? One who has done Vajapeyi Yaga. Atal Bihari Vajapeyi was one prime minister. It is a title of the family. He has not done anything Vajapeyi Yaga. Like that, people have some title. But whether they deserve the title or not, when you will know? Only when calamity strikes. Whether a person is noble or not, only calamity strikes, he will know, our society will know. Mother Sita was considered as a noble lady. When calamity strikes on her life, whole Lanka was given as an offering to give up this nobility. Mother Sita ji, what she does? Takes a blade of grass and throws like this. Trinamantrata krutva, Valmiki ji writes. So all your wealth, power, position are equal to grass, blade of grass, according to me. I am Dashaloka Swami, I am Dashaloka Swami. Let you be Dashaloka Swami. But you cannot overpower me. And he frightens her. Generally, human being carried away towards adharma due to temptation or fear. But Sita ji was not carried away either by temptation or fear. When Ravana threatens Sita ji, again one more blade of grass, because that only next to her. He was sitting in the garden, Ashoka Vana. She throws at him. So she was neither fearful nor tempted. That is the sign of Kulinam va, Akulinam va. Shuchihi va, Ashuchihi va. Whether a person is pure or not, how to know? Is it by the house purity or the dress purity or the purity in car? Character purity. Swamiji Maharaj, Swami Vivekananda Maharaj was living in America. He had gone there to attend the Parliament of Religion. After going there only, he came to know that to attend that meeting, he required some introduction letter, and the meeting was postponed for 3 months. So neither he had money to stay in a hotel for long period for 3 months, nor he had any introduction letter. So what to do? All right, I have come depending on the Lord, as per the command of the Lord. I will wait for his command, like that. One particular night he stayed in a railway compartment, and next day morning he was sitting on the platform. Seeing him, one neighbor mother comes and talks to him. Within 2-3 minutes she understands this person is a gentleman. He has some purpose. So I should support him, like that. So she took him to her house and presented coat and shoes, and asked to stay there. While entering the house, Swamiji was wearing this beggarly dress, sannyasi dress. After taking bath, he came out with all coat and shoe, tip top. Then mother was happy. Appa, now he has converted himself as a hero. So she told, it seems, Swamiji, half an hour before, you look like a beggar. Now you look like a gentleman. It's an insult. Because half an hour before and now, what has changed? Only dress has changed. So Swamiji cannot hurt her, because with love and affection she has invited. So jokingly he told, Mother, it seems in America, tailors make gentlemen. But in India, only character makes a person gentleman. What an assertion, and in what situation, you see? Whether I am gentleman or not, a man of purity or not, character has to tell. Suppose if that mother would have been angry, coming to my country, you are criticizing my people, like that. Again, Kara platform only. But Swamiji was not afraid of that, the fearlessness. So, the big loss is loss of self-dignity and having fear, anxiety. Therefore, here Ramji says, Manam na labhate, one thing, charitriyameva vyakhyati. If you are a man of character, you will have no fear. Let any situation come in your life, let you be alone. Against you, the whole society stands. But still, like Subhash Chandra Bose, single person escaped from British arrest, went to so many countries, and while coming back, he brought army, air force, and navy, all the three. Single person. You have to read that life. Wonderful adventure it is. Single person. So, character alone determines. This is with regard to success in personal life. With regard to success in social life, society is available for every individual in three forms. One is in the form of family members, another is in the form of colleagues in his profession, third one is general society. All put together, society. So here Bhagavan Ramji says, in this angle also, manam na labhate. Again you have to chant the two shlokas once more. Understood? Nirmaryadastu purushaha papachara samanvitaha manam na labhate satsu bhinna charitrya darshanaha charityameva vyakhyati shuchim va yadi va shuchim kulinam akulinam va viram purushamaninaam. All these certificates are going to be given by society also. Respect is going to be given by society also. That also you won't get. No, Swami, a lot of adharmic people are getting respect from society. How can you say that? If you ask, Bhagavan Rama says, that is for condition. It's a conditional respect. One condition is the society doesn't know his real color. No, even after knowing his real color, a group of people give respect. What you say about it? Bhagavan Ramji says that respect is not given to that person. Respect is given to the wealth which he is holding. Respect is given to his power which he is holding. Not that person. So, the people who give respect to adharmic people have selfish motives. In Tamil Nadu, you can see varieties of banners they used to put, na? Nirandara Talaiva, eternal leader, this, that, Sendamide, like that. All praises. Praises for what? Not for the person's core person. To gain something from that person, because he is in a condition of dispersing those things which the praiser wants. Or respect will be given to an adharmic person by adharmic person. Similarity in ideology. Kamsa was praised by Jarasandha, Jarasandha was praised by Kamsa. Understood? So out of appreciation towards Kamsa's character, Jarasandha gives his daughters, two daughters in marriage to Kamsa. You are the man whom I am searching for, like that. Poor girls came and suffered in the hands of Kamsa. Understand? So the respect may be because of ideological similarity, or because of selfish motive, or because of ignorance about his adharmic nature. So, adharmic person is never respected. Manam na labhate. Everyone gets certificate, but which certificate is valid? That is the question. So when we are children, we are given lot of certificates in school. Conduct certificate. In TC, there will be a conduct certificate. That fellow becomes terrorist in future. You go and ask the principal, Arey, you gave conduct certificate, good conduct, now he has turned as a terrorist. Then the principal will tell what? As far as my knowledge goes, as far as I understand that person, I gave this certificate. So I am ignorant about his real nature. That is the idea. And in competitions, we get lot of certificates. Elocution first, writing, essay writing first, sports. Will these certificates help us in life? Please ask yourself. Every student, every child, to motivate the child, school gives like that. Little bit. One shloka if you tell, then they will give Sanskrit Pandit. One English rhyme you tell, immediately the child gets certificate. So certificates are given by many. By family people, by teachers, by beneficiaries who get benefit from us. So one person was introduced to me as good person. Then in ashrama work, when I involved him, that good person, I found he is not so. So I asked the person who introduced him, hey, you told that so-and-so is good person. Yes, Swami. How can you say that? He is good person, Swami. Whenever I ask loan, he is to give. So that has a certificate. Understand? These Charitrian certificates are given by many people. So Ramji argued, among those certificates, your self-certificate is important. Now he argues, certificate given by dharmic people is important. Not by family members, not by beneficiaries, not by majority of people. Understand? So dharmic people should give certificate. So he says, adharmam dharmaveshena yadyaham lokasankaram abhipatsye shubham hitva kriyam vidhi vivarjitam. How can I get certificate from dharmic people if I don't follow dharma? I can pretend to the general public. Adharmam dharma veshena. I can pretend. Dharma veshena, not dharma iva. Dharma veshena. Yadi aham abhipatsye. Yati shubham kriyam hitva vidhi vivarjitam adharmam abhipatsye. Giving up the mangala karya of following dharma, if I take to adharma and show it as dharma, general public may be cheated. It will be carried away by slogans. You can divert their thinking process. You can indoctrinate also. We saw that what are all types of indoctrination. So general public, idiots, ignorant people may be carried away by that. But Vivek is. So, yadi aham shubham kriyam hitva vidhi vivarjitam kriyam avipatsye, if I do a dharmic action, giving up dharmic action, tad adharmam bhavati. Tad adharmam dharma veshene bhavati. Then again I try to cover it. Tad dharma veshena loka sankaram bhavati. Confusion in society. I create confusion in society, in the minds of the society. So Bhagavan Ramji says, so far my character is verified and validated by the society. That is why they were happy that Rama is going to be coronated. So they trust me. How can I cheat them? My family members trust me. How can I cheat them? I cannot cheat them. If I cheat them, I will be responsible for their confusion. After cheating, I won't say that I have cheated you. Because that guts nobody has. After doing adharma, nobody has the guts to say, yes, I did adharma. What you can do, you do. Can anybody say? Even Prime Minister cannot tell. Because above him, Constitution is there. Understood? Even President cannot say. So what is the way out for them? So they will quote some precedents. Like this, he also did. Like this, that person also did like that. So they try to cover, and that covering will be confusion in the minds of the people. Anaryastu arya samsthanaha shauchadinaha tatha shuchihi lakshanyavad avalakshanyaha dushilaha shilavaniva. Varieties of pretension possible is mentioned here by Ramji. Anaryaha, not a noble person, but Arya Samsthanaha iva, pretension. As though established in nobility, he pretends. Shauchadinaha, dirty fellow. With regard to his thought process, he is a dirty fellow. But Shuchihi iva. The all controversial people in Tamil Nadu wear white and white, you see. The people who are in politics wear white and white. The very idea is, as my cloth is white and white, my character also is clean. That is the idea. But now, ulta ho gaya. Kadar veshti, kadar sattaya, ayyo, problem. Understand? So, Shauchadina Shuchihi iva. Avalakshanyaha. No lakshana for him. But lakshanyavadiva. Dushilaha shilavaniva. All these pretensions will long last how much time? How much time it will long last? For few days or months. But ultimately, the society will know that. When society knows that, then you are gone. No, as long as society knows it, I can manage, na. That is the idea. Like a drunkard, as long as it doesn't affect my kidney, I can manage, na. Arey, one day or the other day it will affect you. Similarly, this adharmic person also says, I can manage, na. For that, Bhagavan Rama says, Arey, what a loss you are going to gain, you know. Once they know, your own family members, your own children will not respect you. For whose sake you have grabbed so much of wealth, they will not respect you. Your own brother will not respect you. Ravana's brother Vibhishana, he did not respect him. That is understandable because Vibhishana's mind is dharmic mind. But what about Kumbhakarna? Kumbhakarna also scolds Ravana. What about Maricha? Maricha also scolds Ravana. Arey, if you want to live with peace and happiness with your family, don't do this. Beforehand, Maricha warns. Very adharmic person, Maricha. Rakshasa Pravritti. Out of fear of Rama's bana, he was hiding as a mendicant in the forest. When Ravana approaches him with a plan of tricking Sita, tricking Rama, so Maricha, after hearing, he says, Arey, don't do that. Not only that, he says, Rama is very good person. That is the certificate given by opposition party. Don't disturb him. Hey, you got 2 times hitting from him. You are telling that? Ravana asked. Yes. Even after getting beaten twice, still my opinion about Rama is Ramo Vigrahavan Dharma. What a certificate! Opposition party. Ramo Vigrahavan Dharma. Dharma doesn't have any form. It is a guna. Imagine if that formless Dharma takes a form, that it will be exactly Rama's form. Vigrahavan. That is a certificate. So even family members will not give certificate to you. No, my family members adjusted with me. So they are also telling that I am good. Then Bhagavan says, you are cheating your own family member. Every individual is a model for his family. Every individual is a model for his family. At least for 5 people, he is a model. How can you cheat your own people? Father and mother are models for children. Teacher is a model for students. Ordinary citizen is a model for neighbor. Aduthat ambu jatta partela. So people, neighbors always compare with each other. A famous person is the model for the general society. A Raja is model for the entire nation. An official is a model for his subservients, subordinates. So everyone has to play the role of model. Father cannot teach the child, go for stealing. Nor mother can teach. Acharya Swamiji used to tell one joke. Father was teaching Harishchandra's story. Satyam vada, Satyam vada, Satyam vada, like that. A telephone call comes. The child goes and takes that telephone call. Asks, uncle, may I know who is speaking? Uncle tells his name. Asking his father, the child's father. Father was anxious because he has taken loan from many people. Which fellow is telephoning? Then the child says, so and so is telephoning. Father says, tell I am not here. The child asks, you are here? Arey, tell I am not here. So now confusion. Father is here, but he is asking me to tell. He is not here. So it got confused and told, uncle, my father says that he is not here. So it is creating confusion in the minds of the children. A mother was beating a child. Father asked, why you are beating our child? Mother says, this fellow has stolen pencil from his classmate, so that is why. Then father says, my dear, if you want pencil, you could have told. I would have brought it from my office. Immediately child gets confusion. If I bring pencil from school, that is theft. If father brings from office, that is okay with mummy. He goes to office, I go to school. That is his professional area, this is my professional area. So confusion, you create confusion. A teacher cannot help a student to copy in exam. There are so many teachers who help, so many schools. In order to get fake name and admission and revenue, so many schools, management helps children copying in public examinations. So a teacher cannot allow that. Even in NEET exam, teachers are involved. Corruption, this recent NEET exam corruption. So here Ramji says, nobody can get away from the responsibility of being model, and it is better not to cheat those who are looking for our character. So even if the whole society, I manage to cheat the whole society, still I cannot cheat one group segment of society, and that is dharmic person. Here Ramji says, Kaschetayanah Purushaha Karya Karya Vichakshanaha Loke Durvrittam Mam Bahumanyeran. Durvrittam Mam Kaha Purushaha Bahumanyeran. Once they come to know that my vritti is durvritti, who will respect me? No, you can manage them. Here Ramji says, I cannot manage one group of people who are karya karya vichakshanaha purushaha. One who knows what is dharma and adharma, one who follows it, one who keeps it as their prana. In the Veda also it's there, na? Aluksha dharma kamasyuhu. Dharma kamasyuhu alukshaha. So I cannot cheat them. They won't give me certificate. Here Ramji mentions about sadhus. Karya karya vichakshanaha means sadhu. Then we may say, let them not give certificate. What is there? Let them not give certificate. Who bothers? They are all beggarly looking fellows. Who bothers about sadhu certificate? They don't say in one place at all. And nobody knows their real name also. Who bothers about their certificate? Because all Babajis are known to the society only by their dress. Kali Kambli Wala Babaji. There was one great Mahatma. Black Kambli Wala Babaji. Pilot Babaji. Still there. Pilot Babaji in Uttarakhand. Like that. Who knows about their identity? When we don't know about their identity, what is the value for their certificate? Here Bhagavan says, you certificate from sadhus are very important because that certificate alone stands. Ravana got certificate from so many people. Beginning from Chaturmukha Brahmaji, University Chancellor Avarda. He is a Chancellor of Vedic University. What certificate he gave to Ravana, you know? Editor of Vedas. Editor of Vedas means what? How much knowledge you should have in Vedic parlance. So he gave Editor of Vedas certificate. Bhagavan Shiva gave certificate. He is the most devoted person. Handed over his own Pasupastra to this fellow. Being carried away by the Samagana sung by Ravana, Bhagavan Shiva handed over and asked, Ravana, what do you want? I want your Atma Shakti, he asked that fellow. So Bhagavan Shiva told to Parvati, go, you are my Atma Shakti, go behind him. Are no, he has sung very well. He is a great musician. Therefore, as a gift, I have given you to him. Then mother had to protect herself. Are in the manchana nambi vanda. To someone else he is handing over to me. Then Bhagavan Narada Rishi came and helped. So Shiva gave Ravana what certificate? Samagani. Paramabhaktaha. Devatas gave him Dashaloka Swami certificate. We are all slaves for you. You are Dashaloka Swami. Women in his family gave him certificate. He is a charming person. Nice to live with him. That is a certificate. Relatives give him certificate. Ravana is a most benevolent person. Benevolent. He was keeping Kumbhakarna, feeding him. Who will feed that type of brother, please tell? And he was feeding Vibhishana also. So most benevolent. And poor people gave him certificate. He is a Kubera. Yes, he has stolen Kubera's Sampat. But none of the certificate survived. Even though we remember all the certificates, we don't value the certificate. But sadhus give one certificate. That is valid till date. So Bhagavan Ramji says, whether I get certificate from my family whether I get certificate from my colleague, whether I get certificate from general public, that doesn't matter. Whatever certificate they want to give, let them give. They are in general ignorant, selfish. But sadhu community is there. They are neither ignorant, nor selfish, nor with fear, nor can be tempted. So here you cannot purchase their certificate. So they give wonderful certificate which is everlasting. You cannot tempt them because they are desireless. You cannot frighten them because they are fearless. You cannot indoctrinate them also because they are very discriminative. Therefore, their certificate cannot be purchased and it stands for eternity. Sadhu certificate is validated in all segments of human society. If they give a certificate towards a human being, he is a nobleman. He is nobleman for eternity. Bas over. Avlo seekiram kuduthuda maatanga. Because sadhus don't judge others. If at all they give judgment, and the judgment will be very perfect judgment. Valmiki Rishi, a sadhu, gave one judgment about Rama. Till date that judgment stands, you see. Till date. But the judgment was not given so easily. Rama is equal to noble man. Ravana is equal to Rakshasa. That certificate given stands. Ravana actually a Brahmana, Kulinaha. His father was Pulasthi Rishi Parampara. That is why he got access to Veda. But Pravritti was Rakshasa Pravritti. So the Brahmana Pravritti, which happened to be the commitment for knowledge and tapasya, was converted to commitment for power and enjoyment. So those who are committed for power and enjoyment, they are called Rajasic Pravritti. And when these things are gained by adharma, they are called Rakshasa Pravritti. Rajasic is different from Rakshasa. Rodayati iti Ravanaha. He hurts people and grabs what he wanted from them. One who makes others to cry and grabs is called Ravana. Rodayati iti Ravanaha. So that certificate was given. Till date it is available. Here Ramji says, Durvruttaha chet kaha mam bahumanyera. Who will respect me? No, people are there, family people, relatives, your chamchas, chelas. No, who want their respect? In Bhagavan Sri Ram Krishna's life, there is a character, Girish Chandra Ghosh. So he openly declared, Bhagavan Sri Ram Krishna is avatara. Whenever Bhagavan Ramakrishna hears this certificate, he used to get irritated. Yo, road wala, theatre wala, drunkard gives me certificate like that. But same Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna was keeping another person with him and telling, you please trust me. One who has come as Rama, one who has come as Krishna, has come now as Ramakrishna. Please trust me. Like that he is repeatedly asserting his divinity, but that person was not ready to give certificate. Who is that person, you know? Narendranath. In later years, Swami Vivekananda. Even before, one day before of the physical departure of Sri Ramakrishna, he was not convinced. See, when you get university certificate, it should be given by a chancellor, not by a peon. The sign must be by vice chancellor or chancellor, not of a peon. That's what here Ramji says. And these people not only give their certificate, they make sure that certificate lasts long for eternity. As long as humanity will be there, that certificate will be valid. And they create a group of disciples, their own chelas, and teach them. Rama is noble, Ravana is Rakshasa. Valmiki Ji gave certificate. How Valmiki Ji gave certificate? His Gurudev gave certificate. Narada Bhagwan gave it. When Valmiki Ji asked, Konvesmin Sampratam Loke Gunavan Kascha Viryavan. Very question is, who is the Gunavan? Sampratam Loke Naraha. Human being. He must be human being. He must be live till date. Who is that person? Gunavan. Man of character. And he describes the 16 aspects of characters. Valmiki describes. Please tell whether these 16 characters are there. Then Gurudev Naradji says, Are, you have listed only 16. I will list 108. After listing 108, he says, this is only a glimpse. I will tell his life history to you. You count afterwards. Like that Ramayana starts. Okay. Naradji gave to Valmiki. Valmiki ji gave to 2 children, Lava Kusha. Only 2 people, and that 2 children. Till date, we are discussing Bhagavan Rama. So, they create Shishya Parampara. And Parampara after Parampara, this certificate carries. So, it is very important for me to get certificate. Otherwise, even gods will not be gods if they don't get certificate from sadhus. In Tamil Nadu, Divya Desam, Padal Petra Sthalam, 107 Divya Deshas are there in Vaishnava Parampara. What is that Divya Desham? All Divya Desha Murti got one song or some songs from the mouth of a saint. And in Saiva Parampara, it is called Padal Petra Sthalam. A sthala, a deity, a pilgrimage place, which got the certificate of sadhu, Nayanmar, in the form of a song. So, tirthi kurvanti tirthani, sa shastri kurvanti shastrani. Wherever these sadhus live, that place becomes Tirtha Kshetra, pilgrimage center. Whatever literature the sadhus study and share, that becomes scriptures. How many literatures would have come in a human society? But still this Ramayana, Mahabharata is not at all going. It takes varieties of avatara. Why? Because their certificate is interpretable in many ways for eternity. So, literature becomes valid scripture once it gets stamp of a sadhu. A place becomes pilgrimage center once it gets a stamp of a sadhu. An object, ordinary object, a plant, tulasi, becomes divine. Vilva Patra, how many leaves are there? Why Vilva Patra is divine? Why Tulasi Patra is divine? Because stamp is there. So, Bhagavan Ramji says, we should get sadhu certificate. First he argued, we should get self-certificate. Now he argues, we should get sadhu certificate. So, society has forgotten all other certificates. When kings and jamindars lived, how many people have sung on their glory? In those days, Sangappulavargal they call it. Quite, they come to palace and they sing a song in glory of the king, and immediately king hands over golden coins back. Where are they now? Neither the poem is available, nor the poet is known, nor the king also known. Emperors have gone in history because they did not get certificate from sadhus. They got all certificate. Even in Tamil Nadu, 10 years before, another type of banners were there. 20 years before, another type of banners were there. 5 years before, another type of banners. Now another type of banner. Like that going on. Banner culture is there. That is glorification culture is there. But the personality is gone. One time, the person's form will be with 50% of the banner. Then slowly, it will become only face will be there on the corner of the banner. In Tamil Nadu, you can see political leaders' banner. Why? No value. Sadhu certificate are important because it is not got out of temptation nor out of fear. So even gods should get conduct certificate from sadhus. Those godheads, those forms which God certificate, they alone are worshipped by the society. In Vedas says there are 33 koti. Two meanings are there. Koti means crore, another is important. 33 important deities. Do you know who are they? Even if you know, do you worship and respect and love all the 33? Human mind can worship and love only a Godhead, a form with which character is associated. There is a Bhagavan called Shanishwara Bhagavan. People go to him and pray what? Bhagavan, don't come in my life. He is called Shanishwara Bhagavan. Bhagavan only. But what they say, they desire heart of heart. Bhagavan, don't come in my life, please. They will never tell this to Rama. They will never tell this to Krishna. Understand? So, even gods, Matsya Avatara, Kurma Avatara, Varaha Avatara, you can have in statue, but when you go in and stand in front of that statue, do you have any emotional bond with Kurma Avatara, with Matsya Avatara? Scriptures have told these are all the forms Bhagavan has taken out of compassion towards the humanity, depending upon the need. But our heart doesn't go. But when we stand in front of Bhagavan Rama, respect comes in our mind. When we stand in front of Bhagavan Krishna, love comes in. Aghadita Ghatana. Krishna Leela, Aghadita Ghatana. Both cannot be imitated. Neither Rama nor Krishna can be imitated. Little bit we can learn from them and emulate in our life. So, character certificate given by sadhus are very important. Because their certificate is given based on one scale which cannot be falsified by anyone at any time. What is that scale? Veda Praman. They give certificate only based on Veda Pramanam. Veda Pramanam is eternal. You cannot falsify it. Either you can use or not use, that's all. But you cannot falsify it. Abhadidam Pramanam. So, Ramji says, get their certificate. Not only that, being dharmic is the best form of social contribution. You need not contribute anything, just be good. Best form of social contribution is being good. To your family, if you are good, that is a contribution. To the society, if you are good, that is a contribution. Best, highest, a dharmic person is treasured in the society as highest treasure. Understood? He cannot be purchased now. A dharmic person cannot be purchased. Therefore, unpurchasable person. Therefore, highest treasure. And he becomes the inspirer for the entire generation and future generation. So, being dharmic is the best social contribution, and being dharmic is the best role model. So, in social life also, you will be at loss if you are adharmic. Understand? First argument is personal life, you will be at loss if you are adharmic by loss of self-dignity. In social life, you will be at loss if you are adharmic by loss of getting certificate from sadhus, getting certificate from your own family members. Society will respect only people with dharma. Even though they are adharmic, they will respect only with dharma. Therefore, Ramji says, being dharmic is the best, highest contribution to the society. So therefore, I will be dharmic. Then third is loss in religious life. We will see in the next class. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sad Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu.
Yenmaya Vashavarti Vishwamakilam Brahmadi Devasura Yat Sadvadamritaiva Bhati Sakalam Rajau Yatha Ye Brahmaha Yat Padaplavameva Bhati Bhavam Bhode Stitirchavatam Vandeham Tam Ashesha Karanaparam Ramakyamisham Harim Ramaya Ramachandraya Ramabhadraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha Atulita Baladam Swarna Shailapateham Dhanjavana Krishanam Jnaninam Agraganyam Sakala Guna Nidhanam Vanaranam Adisham Raghupati Varadutam Vatajatam Namami.
Jai Raja Ramachandra Ji ke
Jai
Jai Shri Sita Mai ki
Jai
Jai Shri Mahavir Swami Ji ki
Jai